Welcome back to Toy Reviews, and welcome to the second wave of Marvel Legends Disney Plus figures. The first wave gave us characters from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, and one character from Loki. This wave is carrying on the Loki tradition. We've got Sylvie, and a load of characters based off of the What If animated series, including the Build-A-Figure. So without further ado, sorry, I've got chocolate in my mouth. I just finished eating it, but I've still got it in my gums. I'm speaking really slowly because I'm trying to dislodge it. Oh, that's bad. It'll melt. Anyway, so you've got the characters here. We're going to be doing reviews of these over the next week or so. So we have from What If, Zombie Captain America, Star-Lord T'Challa, Captain Carter, Zombie Hunter Spidey, Sorcerer Supreme Strange, and Heist Nebula. But first, we're taking a look at the one figure based on a live-action character, Sylvie from Loki. Obviously, spoilers here for the shows will be discussed, so if you don't want to know, tune out. Marvel's Sylvie there. Include the Disney Plus logo like the last wave, Marvel Studios, the Loki logo. We have Sylvie in packaging, and there is already a bit of an issue here. Sylvie is sporting her horned crown, and the piece is dislodged. You can see where the point of the crown is over her left eye, so hopefully that will be a quite simple fix when I get her out of the box. If not, that's a real shame, because it's a great likeness of Sophie DiMartino. We'll get into that for the figure review. Sylvie is technically figure number 6 in the wave, but I thought because the rest of What If will start with Sylvie. Look at these CGI pictures that they're starting to use. The CGI renders of the figures as the picture model on the back. That's very strange to me. Anyway, but I thought we'd do her first since she's the only live-action character. There she is. Hello, Sylvie. What a ledge. And the caption says, Marvel's Sylvie. Laser-focused and relentless, Sylvie is the TVA's most formidable villain who has vowed to burn the organisation to the ground. So a relatively spoiler-free description. Wondering why there's a big empty shelf there all of a sudden. That's where all these figures, the What If ones, are going to go. But yeah, lovely wraparound. Sylvie on the side, Sylvie in the box. Watcher's massive bloody cape. Let's crack her open and see what she's like, and see if we can fix that crown. Ooh, big warning if you get the Sylvie figure. If your Sylvie's crown, when you pick her up off the shelf, is dislodged, pick up a different Sylvie, unless you are a customizer, someone who works with custom figures or building figures all the time, because then you'll have the right solvents to detach her hair sculpt and get in there to rearrange it. The crown rests in a plug on her forehead, but mine, as you saw from the earlier part of the video, the crown was centered over here, which means the whole band of the crown was twisted under her hair sculpt. I've just had to do some makeshift DIY to carve out the back of her hair as best I could to try and rearrange it, but that didn't work. So I forcefully snapped it off over here, pulled the rest of the crown out, leaving a bit of debris back there, have solidly glued the crown in place, and then made sure to glue her hair down on the sides, the dangly bits of her hair, so that she has cover for her, cover for the bits that were snapped. So on initial glance you can't really tell that there's anything wrong with the crown, but I've had to hack this Sylvie to pieces to make it work. I was panicking all the way through because I'm not a customizer. So it could have gone horribly wrong. It went okay in the end. Got a bit of glue on my thumb, but it's always part of the course. Anyway, let's take a look at Sylvie, shall we? Let's look at that head sculpt. That is a really good... Is it Sophie DiMartino? Sophia DiMartino? Let's pull up her name proper, shall we? Marvel's Sylvie. Saying it to Google, in case anyone's wondering. Based, of course, off of the character Sylvie, a different semi-brainwashed incarnation of the Enchantress, and Lady Loki from the comics, Loki's female incarnation. Her, of course, in the show being a variant of Loki from a different universe. Sophia Di Martino. So I knew I was getting the name partially correct. The sculpt of her face is pretty great. Like, let's, you know, there's Sophia, and there's Sophia, the action figure. But it's got her profile spot on. Like, it's a really good take on her. A little bit of paint missing on the left iris, so it doesn't go all the way around, but at a glance on the shelf you wouldn't be able to tell that. The detail of the hair is fantastic. I love the little bun. The crown, separate piece, be very careful with it, is nice, with the distinct singular horn and the broken horn, which on mine has a bit of debris from the hair that was freaking stuck to it from the moulding. Let's have a look at the costume. It's got her shit-kicking boots, which are nicely detailed. There's articulation at the ankles, the usual pivot forward and back with the slight pivot to the sides. The top of her boots have some well-hidden calf articulation. Double joints on the knee, crunch at the thigh, and the usual crotch joint. There is no waist articulation, which is interesting considering the belt they've given her is a loose piece to not hamper any potential articulation, but there is none. She has an ab crunch, which is quite slight, doesn't offer too much movement. Full usual sockets for the arms. We're still at the female figures with single elbow joints, slightly flimsy, so do be careful. And the wrists, they've got a little joint in them. The neck is Spider-Verse Miles Morales style ball joint, a double-ended ball joint peg that is stuck in the head and fixes into an empty neck. Costume detail. The sculpt of the boots is really, really nice. The pants are a decent fabric. The stuff on the arms is really, really cool. The little sculpts there in the cozy. Considering the back is not meant to be on display for this figure, you'll see in a moment, the fact that the armour is corseted is quite cool. I like that. Some lovely paint detailing on the torso armour as well, with the flashes of gold in amongst the green and the limer Loki-esque green at the back. She is holding her blade, which is a slightly translucent plastic, like not massively, but if we were to shine a light through it, it's quite cool, isn't it? So if you're displaying her on a lit shelf, that would be very nifty. Let's take a look at the blade itself. It's got some nice inscription sculpting on the blade. The handle has this sort of what is it exactly? Is it a serpent? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it Superman? Little dragon? Not quite sure, but the individual sculpt and colouring on it is beautiful. It's a really nice little prop. It's very cool. She comes with a few accessories, namely a pair. Her left one is currently in, the right one's there. A pair of blade holding hands. Her alternate right hand is the balled up fist, which you can see on the figure. And her alternate left hand is a sort of incantation, hexing spell kind of hand. That's very cool. And she also comes with a cloak. She spends the majority of her first appearances in the show disguised with the hood up. They've chosen to go for a hood down version. So if you want her looking like she does for the first few episodes that she features as a character proper in, then drape the cloak over her shoulders. There we go, it fits quite nicely to her form. Not the only cloak she comes with. She comes with the Watcher's cloak for the Build-A-Figure, which is a lovely big cartoony blue. Some really nice texture sculpt on the inside. Look at that. That's beautiful. And it's a little big for Sylvie, so maybe not. But now that I've got past my irritating blue headband situation, let's sort of see what she looks like in action. There she is in action. Sylvie looks fantastic. I'm so annoyed that I've spent the last hour trying to sort the head sculpt out, but I'm also really delighted with the end result. I think she looks amazing. Sylvie's an excellent inclusion into the range. If anyone's feeling super generous and wants to buy me a Mobius, so I can have Loki, Sylvie, and Mobius together, let me know in the comments below and I'll pop him on my Amazon wishlist. Do you like the figure? Do you think it's pretty cool? Are you going to pick it up? And if so, are you definitely going to get it in person to make sure you don't have the same crown drama as I do? Let me know down in the comments below. And until next time, timekeepers. Doesn't work. Wasn't a pun. Bye!